مرحبا. جولتنا اليوم بإشبيلية بقصر المورق أو القصر المبارك اللي كما عرفه بنو عباد، يعرف حديثا بقصر إشبيلية أو بالإسبانية رياليس الكاثار دي ثيفيا. كان بالأصل حصن بناه المسلمين بإشبيلية ثم تحول إلى قصر الحكم، وهو أقدم قصر ملكي لا يزال مستخدم حاليا بأوروبا. أدرجته منظمة اليونسكو عام 1987 كموقع للتراث العالمي. كان العرب أول من بنى القصر وسموه المورق بنفس موقع القصر الحالي. راح نشوف بالفيديو جولة بالقصر، جولة منظمة مع شركة سياحية، وبنرجع بنذكر إنه دايما زيارات السريعة الجولة والشركة السياحية بتعطي معلومات مهمة جدا، صعب السائح يكون أحاط بكل التفاصيل اللي بيعطيها الجايد بالرحلة.
This is the Christian gallery. It's a representation of all
سبع مرايات فوق مبينين.
Spanish history. The first one was visited to that, and all of them with their names and names below. In their hands we have a sword, and to the other hand we have granada. Granada is a fruit. It's like a pomelo, but actually it's the representation of the province. Why? Because Granada was the last Muslim.
القصر مفتوح للزيارات من أبريل لسبتمبر من 9:30 الصبح ل7 بالليل، ومن أكتوبر لمارس من 9:30 الصبح ل5 بالليل. سعر تيكت الدخول حوالي 11 يورو ونص للبالغ و4 يورو ونص للطفل. يفضل دايما الحجز المسبق، لأنه أحيانا بيكون أما في يعني كيو طويل على دخول القصر، أو أحيانا بيكون يعني خلص اكتفوا بالعدد ولازم يعني يختار وقت تاني للدخول، فالأفضل دايما الحجز المسبق. رح نترككم بالتعليق خلال الفيديو من قبل الجايد الموجود معنا بالتور بالمعلومات اللي حاول يعطينا إياها. بتمنى تستمتعوا.
هلا زيارتنا لدخول القصر في إشبيلية، قصر الخلافة.
¿Ha pillado la página?
Sí, no, dice que hay un mensaje que dice que no sé, quien gestiona la página no puede desde la semana pasada. Hay que llamar o enviar un correo. Yo envié un correo pero nadie me contestó.
Because the shape is like a bottle, because we have the water inside. For the reason we have this shape. And as you can see, we have this kind of a stick or knife around the tree. This is as a protection against the birds. You know, the nature is very smart. These trees came from Argentina and from Brazil. And I put these flowers today for you.
Thank you, thank you. So kind. But there's not beds. This is
To balance the problem with the entrance. Okay. So here, my favorite angle, my favorite place for my favorite group, you. I'm going to do a brief historical introduction to understand better. Actually, this is the oldest oil palace in Europe. The other thing is that in order to understand better this palace, we have to look back in the early years of the Spanish civilization. When the Christian passed away, and appointed for the successor. So the word Caliphate or Caliphate means continuing the Muslim religion. The first Caliphate was in Damascus with the family Umayyad. This family conquered all the north of Africa and almost all Spain except the north. And he built the capital city in Córdoba. It was called the Caliphate Umayyad in Córdoba in the 8th century. Sevilla was close to Córdoba, and they built several military fortress to defend Córdoba. So here we are in a group in this place in the first military camp to defend Córdoba in the 9th century. After the final collapse, when the Caliphate of Cordoba was over, there were different and small kingdoms in all the south of Spain, were called taifas kingdoms. Every province with a different king, and all of them fought among themselves. Muslims versus Christians, Muslims versus Muslims altogether. The last king in this period in Sevilla was Al-Mutamid. And Al-Mutamid was the first king who built a fortress palace. And it was called. Be careful with the steps, are irregular stones. And moreover today, we have the wet floor. So actually this hall belongs to the Mudéjar Palace. I mean the palace in the middle that I will explain you later better, the style and the details and everything. But at the meantime, let's focus on the top. This ceiling, handmade wooden ceiling, incredible. And this material around, this is stucco or plasterboard. Before in the past, everything was full of color, polychromic and everywhere, everything was with color. But we have the original color at the corner. Have you seen on the top this green color? Yeah, the green color is the one and only section that we have with the original color. All this whole belongs to the 14th century. And let's focus on this color. Be careful with the water. Take a look at that. This is the oldest yard and the oldest part in all the palace. Actually, this yard belongs to the Al-Mutamid Palace from the 11th century. The rest of the Al-Mutamid Palace you're going to find on your left side on the wall. Look, these 3 horseshoe arches on this wall belongs to the Al-Mutamid Palace. This is the same arches that you're going to find, for example, in Cordoba, in the Mosque of Cordoba. Yes. And as I told you before, the Almohads built a new decoration. The rest of the Almohads decoration from the 12th century, you're going to find on your right side. In that point of view, you can see better. Look, this is the diamonds, that technique based on in diamonds, the repetition with diamonds, we call it paños de sepka. And the small arches, we call it polylobate arches. These 2 Almohad elements you're going to find, for example, in La Giralda, outside, in the big tower, outside. And as I told you before, we also have the Roman columns. All of these were the Roman columns. And also, we have the water. All those civilizations came from the Arabian desert, very dry. With the king in the south of Spain, they found water everywhere, and they said, oh my God, in this town, it's impossible to survive in July, in August, because of the heat. You want to kill yourself every time, I promise you. Today we have a perfect weather, okay? But in July, this is where in the world, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. That's for sure. The lady on the left side, you have to turn your neck. This is Ferdinand III. He's the first Christian king who came to Sevilla in 1247. He almost passed away, and there is a priest in his community excommunication. It's a Christian ritual. Why we know this is Ferdinand III? Because of the crown and the sword on the floor, because we have the same sword and the same crown in the cathedral, because we have his body there, brown, includes
gold, and they gave the gold that sense of power and households.
had a connection directly with the kings. All of these around are coat of arms. Each coat of arms belongs to each admiral. And ladies and gentlemen, the most important coat of arms is this one in the middle. This one belongs
Christopher Columbus.
You know that connection with Castile Lion, the Christian kingdoms from the north of Spain, because they think that look, come here, don't be afraid, don't be afraid. We have a free area here. See, it is.
On the ceiling, there's space.
She's not comfortable in this, right? So, and the Catholic are like a small caves. So actually, this is a metaphor and symbolic representation of the cave when the Prophet Muhammad received and wrote the Quran. You got it?
Yeah.
And the frieze in the middle is so amazing. Look, the blue tiles is Arabic language, the blue tiles. Have you seen a line in the middle of the frieze? Yes. There's a line. Yes. So they wrote the same sentence from the left to the middle, from the middle to the right. It's like a mirror. It's like a mirror. And they wrote a sentence, they repeat several times, that I will tell you in Arabic language for you. I learned this last night for you. Studying all night long for my group the next morning. The sentence is La ghaliba illallah.
Yes.
Is correct?
La ghaliba illallah. Yes.
That's it. I passed the exam. So La ghaliba
except
illallah
Allah.
means there's no victor but Allah. And they repeat several times. What happened? Peter the First, he said to these Muslims, okay, calm down, relax. I don't mind if you write in Arabic language in the palace, because I love this culture. But if you write the name of Allah, you're going to write my name on the same level, because you're a guy, and me and myself, it's going to be on the same level every time. Mm-hmm. So when he realized that the Muslim workers wrote the name of Allah in the middle, he said, okay, now you're going to write my name around in Spanish language. So around in Spanish, they wrote something very noble, something very powerful. Peter the First, by the name of Lord, the King of Castile and Lion. You like it?
Good, yeah.
Me too. Let's go. This palace, if you have backs, you have to move on your front chest, okay? During the palace, in order to don't touch the wall.
Okay. You okay, babe?
Yeah, almost ate
Let's
it.
give them this to memorize this.
Come closer. That's it. This style that you see here is called Kufic vegetable style. Kufic vegetable, as you can see, mixed with vegetable. The style that we saw in the frieze is geometrical. In this case, is vegetable. Above and below, we have sentence from the Quran. Okay, but the sentence in the middle, I will tell you in Arabic language for you. I can repeat it just once, twice it's impossible. This is very hard for me.
I can repeat it after you.
Okay. The sentence, I only share this detail for my best groups, okay? I don't care and I don't mind the rest of the groups. The sentence is La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. Takbir. Allah
Akbar.
It means we only have one God, and the Prophet Muhammad is the last one. And Allah is the great God. So they repeat once again and once again. So what happened? Peter the First, he said the same. You're going to write my name, but instead of my name, you're going to put castles and lions in every word. It's the representation of my Christian kingdoms from the north. So in these circles were castles and lions erased over the centuries, but anyway, on the ceiling, on the wall, every single time, you're going to find castles and lions absolutely everywhere. So from now on, you know why.
Castles and lions.
Did that king ever stay alive?
Still alive, still alive.
No, no. Alive. Somewhere here.
Yes.
Parce qu'à l'époque, il n'existait pas un type de travail. C'est seulement une seule personne, une seule tête qui doit passer le temps.
What's your reaction? Beautiful.
I want to get back to history.
Okay. Beautiful, that's the word that I want to hear every time. Beautiful. So everything you see, everything is original. The second level was used for the way of Charles V portraits in the 16th century. The second level was used for the rooms of the guests. For that reason, we have Renaissance style and in addition, inside the circles, you have their faces. Charles V and Isabel were both this floor, we had a marble floor exactly the same like this, which the Catholic kings built 500 years ago in all this area. And one day we found all of these in the air. Some of you can play the drums sound right now. Mira, 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 mira. I love it, I love it, I love it, nice. In 2002, we found all of this. In 2002, I mean, it's very new for us. So, throughout all judgments, we realized, what is this underground? This is a representation of the paradise in the Quran. Why? Because in the past, we have trees with fruits in everywhere. In the paradise in the Quran, if you want to take a fruit, you cannot do this. If you cannot do this, you have to take in the same way. For the reason we built this soil on the ground in order to take the fruits on the same level. You got it? And the clear in 5 seconds. Look, through these small holes appear the water, fell down the water. So you have the sense of listening through all the color, you have the sight. Through the fruits, you have the taste. With all the flowers, you have the smell. And
هذا
nowadays,
تفسير
for video,
قطوفها
on the
دائما.
wall, you can feel
عم
all the
الشجر زرعوه تحت مشان يكون القطوف دائما تشبيها
This
بالجنة.
yard was called, attention, because it's so funny, the courtyard of maidens, because the maidens were the sexual slaves. Oh my God, everything's changed. Eh? Peter I had the sexual slaves. He made orgies in all this place. So while all of them were here hanging out with the Instagram and the TikTok.
Funny.
Shall we tell them the Arabic word for that? When? Shall we tell them the Arabic word for that? It's called قطوفها دانية. Means whatever you collect is nearby. قطوفها دانية. Yeah. قطوفها دانية. Means closed.
So he rebuilt this ceiling. And in the year of his wedding, he rebuilt the ceiling and he put their coat of arms in everywhere. In addition, mythological past and mythological gods inside of the structures. Have you seen it? So, in this small room, maybe in this small room, come closer, come closer. You have to tell me, in this small room, if you search, if you find something is not normal in this room. I have a gift for a winner. Let's go. Nice gift. But it was not only a door to escape.
هذا الباب السري هون.
Peter the First slept with the slaves over there. And the function of this is they didn't know which was the favorite and they were not jealous. Just here, over here. So, in that point of view, you can see this one. So the secret meaning of this is the only workers who built the palace only were Islamic workers. They were not Christians. They built the palace with their own hands and they were holding the palace with the power of the Fatima's hand. Fatima is the Muhammad's daughter. Secret details that nobody knows is me. Now that you know.
Where's the hand?
Huh?
Where's the hand?
I was not here, unfortunately.
Just at the bottom. Here's the head. Just at the bottom.
And the
Oh,
bottom.
that's it.
Okay.
That's Fatima's hand.
I don't know about the story, the truth of the story, but interesting to know.
Tipo così, fatto così, capito? Ieri ho fatto così e ti sei incazzato. No, guarda che non facciamo.
Islamic rule belongs to all Islamic palaces in the world is the symmetry about the colors. Look, every time, if you are in a private area of the house, you have that symmetry of the colors. But every time, if you are in a public area, you have a symmetry in the colors. It's a rule. Be careful with this. So Isabel didn't like the original ceiling, so she painted the ceiling with her favorite color. This pinky color was her favorite color. In addition, this kind of a crown upside down. Her bed was here, Isabel the Queen. Her bed was here, the bed was looking for that in that direction. On both sides we have lying faces, isn't it? But the face in the middle, believe or not, that is her husband. The face in the middle. Let me tell you, he was very ugly. And the horrible function of this is, look, I'm above, and be careful, because I am watching you all the time and every time. Be careful. Anyway, in this place was born the one and only Catholic king's child. the one and only mayor. He was the one and only mayor, so there were 5 men looking her in her place like this, because maybe the words did not. So there were 5 men looking her. She was very comfortable in that situation. That 5 men did. That boy was very sick all his life. He passed away at the age of 18. He had all the sickness. He had the coronavirus several times. For that reason, the mother built that window over there in order to give more natural air and natural light of the room. Can you imagine all of this was very dark with all the smoke of the candles? And all these columns has a high body. We stole all these columns. The original ceiling is of this place. So the ceiling and here are everywhere. In addition, this green color, this soft green color, is the favorite color of the prophet. In Alcazares, they call it the structure and also the name. If you leave the second C. So the next room is the most opulent room, the wealthy room in the entire palace, because it was the Peter I reception. So it was the reception, so it's like saying, I'm very rich enough and I'm the wealthy king in the world. So firstly, we have the symmetry in the colors. Why? We pass this. Because it's a public area. So inside, on the top, you're going to find a dome with mirrors. Over the centuries, the mirrors was Mercury. We have 2. The place that I know we can find the top stars, the castles and lights. So look, Peter I is down in the middle. You look up with the reflection. Games of Thrones. I don't know, some of you? You're a fan?
It was filmed here.
Someone else? No?
It was filmed here.
Okay. So this is one of the famous scenes in the 6th season. And as I can see that you're a fan of this serial, I want to show you, because me, your favorite guy, was in all main scenes.
Really?
Yeah, because you don't believe me, I have to show you the picture. Okay?
Let me see.
Did you make that up?
Photoshop.
She's my friend. You want her WhatsApp? You want her WhatsApp?
Yes.
Yeah.
She'll quit that.
Don't worry. From now on, everything is different. Anyway. So there was a custom. There was a tradition. When the designers finished their construction, the designers, architect who built this. Nobody knows this. Me, and from now on, you. And on the top, they wrote, glorify our
Je can't help you on something.
that bless him forever. That's for sure. This capital.
Haben wir nicht einen deutschen Führer hier?
Une autre étoile, elle est là.
Okay, if you want to
Were there ultras?
for the rest of the group. up here because I want to tell you one of the interesting story. He asked me about the plus ultra. It's a symbol that we have on the floor. Are you ready for this story? Are you ready for this story? Yeah, that's what I want. Okay. So look.